Hey, this is Dr. Gurley from ISO Life Coaching. So I've been finding a challenge coming up a lot with my clients over the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. Um, I realize how difficult it is sometimes to have those conversations about negotiating your salaries, and I really just wanted to ask you a question. You had to hire a plumber, and the plumber says, "Hey, I could charge $150 an hour, and I'll be able to do X, Y, and Z." You know your budget, and you know I can't pay $150 an hour, but I could probably pay 125, I could pay 100. You know what your budget is, right? So you negotiate with the plumber, and then you come to an agreement on how much you're going to pay for the services. Why is that not the same for you when you have to go negotiate for the services that you're going to provide a company? You're coming in with this wealth of experience, right? You're coming in with a wealth of knowledge, right? Those things cost. So you have a charge for a service that you're providing. You're going to bring value every single day based on everything that you've experienced in your career. So you really kind of need to think about that value that you're adding and know that there's just a charge for that value, right? And that value really is a service. And if you do that, hopefully you feel a little better in terms of being able to negotiate your salary, because that's all it is. It's you exchanging a service for a dollar amount, which is the same thing you would do if you had to hire a plumber. You're getting a service, and that's a more comfortable conversation. So I don't know if this helps or not. I would love to hear from you. Give me some feedback if it doesn't, or if you have other ways that you help yourself in terms of being able to have a conversation. But I do want to empower you to fight and be that person that advocates for yourself and ensure that you're getting the salary that is worth it to you. And know that nobody else is going to do that for you. So don't wait for HR to level set you. Don't wait for your boss to go fight the fight to get you that salary. You should start having those conversations and put yourself in a situation where you're evaluating the work that you're bringing to the team and to your organization, and then thinking through, how much should I charge for my service? I tend to use market surveys. I will go and do some research on my role and see what other companies are paying for the role. And that at least gives you some facts, right? So that helps with you being able to negotiate and say, hey, this is how much really market is paying for my role. And I would like to kind of have this conversation about us level setting. What does that need to look like on your end? How long does this take? Do we need to involve HR? I think there is just some level of fear. I think people feel afraid of having those conversations because then my boss could go get somebody cheaper. Well, that can happen any day, anytime, right? So you can't allow yourself to just be driven by this fear that you can lose your job because you asked for a raise, right? That is not the right approach for the value that you're bringing. I always try to have these conversations as politely as you can, and as friendly as you can, right? You want to engage them. You don't want to, it's not, nobody wants to be bullied. So you don't want to obviously go in and demand a raise. That generally would not go well. And it's not because you're asking for a raise, it's because you're creating a very toxic or negative situation with your employer. But certainly having the conversation, bringing in the facts, what you're seeing on the market, and being able to be that advocate for yourself and the services that you're providing. Those conversations are healthy conversations to have, and I empower you to dig deep and think about if you're really getting the worth from your company based on the value that you're providing. And if not, take a stand and ask, right? Take a stand and have a conversation and not allow yourself to just continue to settle and feel like you're settling or feel like you are not getting what you deserve. I think that's important. And I've given you a few tips of things that you could do. I certainly can help with conversations around salary negotiations. If you want to set up some time with me, please do. Happy to do that. And it's isolifecoaching.com. And I'm Dr. Gurley. So happy to see you virtually and happy I can help. And if not, post and let me know how else I can help. Thank you. Have a good day.